Did you know the third week of August is a very special week of August for me and probably for every other Indian who's probably watching this video? Do you know why? It's because, first of all, my birthday, but it's my birthday on the third week of August, but that's probably not why you think it's going to be a special week of August. It's a special week of August for all of us because Chandrayaan 3 will be landing on the moon on 23rd of August, just 2 days after my birthday. So it's a very special week. So, in honor of Chandrayaan 3, I am making a video about it. So let's get started, shall we? First, I'm going to be stating some facts about Chandrayaan 3. So let's get started. The first fact, did you know that the cost of Chandrayaan 3 was less than the cost of Avengers Endgame? 3 times less! Avengers Endgame is a movie. A Hollywood movie costed more than a trip to the moon. I just don't understand how India is so efficient at using its money in such a way that it is less than the money used to make literal Hollywood films, less than even Interstellar. Oh my god, it even shocked me when I got to know of it. So that's fact number 1. Fact number 2 is that, did you know Chandrayaan 3 does not have the same path as Chandrayaan 2? Well, that's kind of obvious, but it does not have a orbiter actually. Chandrayaan 2, the whole thing did not actually fail completely. Its orbiter actually succeeded and orbits the moon. So we do not require orbiter in Chandrayaan 3, and that makes it less complicated. So the third fact is that Chandrayaan 3 also has reinforced legs. They are reinforced and are even tougher, so that even if another software glitch happens and it again falls on the ground, on the moon, which I hope will never happen, it will hopefully be able to tank most of the impact due to these harder legs. Okay? Fourth fact, did you know all this is less than 0.8% of India's GDP? The entire spacecraft, everything inside it, costs less than 0.8% of India's total GDP. Oh my god! India is so good. It uses its money so efficiently. Okay, now let's go on to a different section of the video. Now I'm going to discuss why India even needs Chandrayaan 3. Shouldn't we focus on our other problems? Shouldn't we focus on the poverty? Shouldn't we focus on Earth? A New York Times news article was posted once in a newspaper, and it literally made fun of India. It had an elite space club building with elite space club on it, and 2 people were reading about India's Chandrayaan mission, the mission to Mars. Fun fact about that also, it was India the first country to go to Mars on its first try, to orbit Mars on its first try. So props to India on that. They were reading about Chandrayaan, the mission to Mars, like I just said, and India, a person wearing an India t-shirt with the word India on it, having a bull on a leash, was knocking on the door. It made fun of it, and the title was, it made literal fun of India. How can New York Times, they literally made fun of India. This is not fair. Why do these articles not happen for China? Is China perfect? No country is perfect. Come on. Why only India only? This makes me feel sad that the Western countries don't think India can afford a space mission. But they're wrong. India literally once launched 104 satellites, and it launched the biggest number of satellites in one rocket. And 101 of them were satellites from other countries. So they literally are want a piece of India's pie. So yeah, and India needs this Chandrayaan 3, as India will become the fourth country to successfully do a soft landing on the moon. And not just that, it will prove that India is capable of doing this. It will prove that India can send other things in space too. It will prove India to the world. It will prove the world that India can do this. And if India does this successfully, then every other country will also be trying to get a ride on India. And just like those 101 satellites, India will be able to prove to the world that it can afford a space mission, that it can actually break the expectations of Western people. India can do this and reach the moon. It will be the first country to reach the south pole of the moon. There were lots of challenges along the way, but the launch was successful, and Chandrayaan 3 is on its way to the moon, orbiting above your heads right now. Let me also clear something, by the way. So, just for you to know, Chandrayaan 3 is not going to the moon in a straight line. It's actually, gravity, right? I made a video about gravity. So, you see, it's going to orbit around the Earth like this. And since it's orbiting it, it will gain momentum, and then once it has enough, it will slingshot all the way to the moon. And then orbit around the moon, decrease its speed, and then finally touch down. It's not. Some people think, why do this? Because in some depictions, the moon seems very close to the Earth. It hardly takes 1 day to reach there. But in reality, every single planet in the solar system can fit in the gap between Earth and the moon. Every single planet. And there's still going to be 4,000 more kilometers to spare. The moon is that far away, and this is why the gravity slingshot technique is needed. And that's it for the episode. I hope you learned some more things about Chandrayaan 3. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And also, if you want some information on Chandrayaan 2, I made a video about that one too. So go check it out. And bye.